Hey, good afternoon, Muscle Madness viewers. We're here today with Silvio Simac. Silvio, thank you for your time, and I also want to take this opportunity to thank you for the great articles that you have been writing for Muscle Madness. Today's topic is on motivation, and we want to find out how important motivation is to you and what your motivational tools are. So again, thank you, Silvio. First question, what was your motivation to get you started in health and fitness from such a young age?
Well, thank you very much for the interview anyhow. When it comes to motivation, I would say how important it is. It's the number one thing. I think without right mindset and right attitude, you won't get very far. I think initially my motivation was different to what my motivation is now. I started doing martial arts at the age of 12. That's mine. I started doing martial arts at the age of 12. Initially what motivated me and inspired me, I guess, was Bruce Lee. Growing up in 1970s, Bruce Lee moved with incredibly, and his physique was just phenomenal. That inspired not just little kids, but a lot of the bodybuilders and a lot of the sports world. So my initial motivation was probably the agility that I saw Bruce Lee moving with. Okay,
excellent. And a lot of people nowadays give up on their health and fitness regimes, New Year's resolutions and goals within months of starting. What has motivated you to continue your training for more than over a decade now?
Oh my God, it's been actually two decades. I've been training for 23 years now.
Wow.
I think my motivations, like I said previously, do keep changing because I set myself different goals. For me, the vital thing was to set time-specific and realistically achievable goals. Initially, when I was competing in martial arts for 11 years, I had competition to get myself ready for. So it was either me potentially getting hurt or winning the tournament. And I think initially, as a child, as a teenager, being insecure, you kind of go along the path to massage your ego and get prizes and appraisals and trophies and medals. So initially it was that motivation, and thereafter I think as I've built my reputation, different motives came with it, inspiring other people as well.
Okay, and what advice would you give to the Muscle Madness members and viewers on best practices for keeping motivated and how to stay on track with their goals?
I would say before you engage into any sports activity, whether it's weight training or specific sport, give yourself time-specific goals and identify where you stand right here and now. And before you undergo any training program, make yourself familiar with what you're doing, because if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get no results, sustain injuries and lose motivation as a result because you're not making any gains. There's lots of information out there through websites such as this one, where people can get tons and tons of information on how to train, what to do, what not to do. So I would say make yourself familiar with what you want and how you're going to get there, and how you make the journey. Okay.
And do you feel that people's mindsets contribute to them not staying motivated?
Completely, 100%. 100%. I think sometimes people either lack courage to make the journey, because journey is not always pleasant. You will come across obstacles. You may feel sore, you may feel hungry, you may feel tired, but you've got to keep going. It's one of those things in life.
Okay. And have you ever had any setbacks in your training? And if yes, how did you overcome them and get back into your routine?
I think that the setbacks I've had was probably psychological more than physical. I've had minor injuries which set me back for maybe 2 or 3 weeks max. Psychological barriers are the hardest ones to get over. Once I accomplished my goal, if let's say I was training for a tournament, if I'd won it, I'd come back, I'd think, wow, I lost motivation completely to get back into training until another goal or an obstacle came in the horizon. Nowadays, if I'm shooting for a film, and when I come back from, let's say recently I came back from seminars in Moldova, when I came back I lost motivation completely because I had no reason to go and put all the hard work into it. So getting over those setbacks is just a matter of identifying new goals in the horizon for me to train for.
Okay. And what advice would you give to anyone that is thinking of starting an exercise regime for the first time?
Like I said previously, first and foremost I would identify where I stand currently, what my current level of fitness and strength is. I would make myself familiar with as much information as possible on nutrition, on training, on things to avoid doing, and perhaps get myself a training partner, because training partner is useful in the sense that they're there to motivate you and encourage you.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time when you train by yourself, you tend to give up too quickly and too easily.
Yeah.
If you have a training partner, their job is there to motivate you, encourage you. Come on, you've got to keep going.
Yeah.
And I've had a training partner my whole life, and my current training partner, Naeem, with whom I've been training for the last 9 years, we set time every single day, 4:30. We do a workout, and sometimes when I feel tired, I don't want to let him down, so I make the effort. So that's a good motivational tool to have.
Excellent. And if anyone wishes to keep up to date with what you're doing, what is the best way for them to do that?
I've not been very good at updating my website, so that's probably not a very good source. Probably Facebook, I would say.
Okay.
Facebook for me has been better for business and networking than through my websites.
Excellent.
So that's probably the best way to go about it.
Okay, fantastic. Silvio, again, thank you for your time. We understand that you are busy, so we're going to let you get on with it. And Muscle Madness viewers, this is Silvio Simac.
Thank you, pleasure.